Small amounts slowly ruin you. At first, it didn't feel like spending money. It was $5, sometimes 10, nothing serious. The bill still got paid. The card still worked. Life didn't change. A $7 latte here, a $2 extra dipping sauce there, one more item added to the Amazon cart because shipping was free anyway. Every time the same lie showed up. It's only a small amount. For a while it worked. The bank account didn't catch fire. No alarm went off. Small amounts felt invisible. But small amounts are like a slow leak in a boat. You don't notice the water until your socks are wet and the sharks are looking at you like an appetizer. The most expensive habits never feel expensive. If you think a $7 coffee is the problem, wait until you see the trap your bank account sets for you on the first of every month. You spend faster than pay arrives. Getting paid once a month feels stable. One deposit, one big number. Suddenly you feel like the main character in a movie where the budget is unlimited. At first, it feels like plenty. There's room to breathe. There's room to say yes to sushi on a Tuesday. You start looking at your bank account like it's a personal gift from the universe. The problem isn't the size of the paycheck. It's the payday high that makes you think you're a billionaire for exactly 48 hours. Expenses don't wait a month. They show up every week, sometimes every day, a dinner out, a new pair of shoes. The money leaves faster than it arrived. Not all at once, just steadily. Each week feels manageable because there's always something left. But by the last week, the vibe changed completely. The sushi's gone. You're back to eating mystery soup from the back of the freezer. The paycheck didn't disappear. It was just used up long before the month ended. Spending speed always beats earning speed. But even if you manage your paycheck perfectly, there's a silent thief living inside your phone that steals your money while you sleep. Forgotten subscriptions drain your money. Subscribing feels harmless. One click, a free trial, a pinky promise you'll cancel before the bill hits. At first, it feels like a win. You get the content for free. You feel like you've hacked the system. The monthly charge is small, less than a fancy sandwich. Easy to ignore when life gets busy, so the card stays on file, the service stays active, the month rolls over. Again and again. The money leaves quietly, no receipt, no physical item, just a charge for a yoga app you haven't opened since New Year's. It doesn't break your bank, it nibbles at it, like a very patient hamster, until you realize you're paying a lazy tax. The problem wasn't the price, it was the silence. You weren't paying for a service, you were paying for forgetfulness. Even if you cancel every app today, a bigger trap waits, punishing you. Lifestyle inflation eats every raise. Getting a raise feels like you finally won. More money, more space, proof your boss noticed you exist. At first, it feels like a victory. The bills get paid, the grocery trip isn't a math exam, you feel free from the budget version of yourself. Then, upgrades sneak in. A nicer dinner on Friday, because you earned it. A better coffee because the cheap stuff tastes like sadness. Suddenly, $300 a month vanishes into tiny luxuries. The extra money disappears before saving. You didn't get richer, you just got more expensive to operate. The higher paycheck feels tight again. You let cravings grow faster than your salary. The problem wasn't earning more, it was letting progress become the new normal. If slowly upgrading life is dangerous, wait until the buy now button lets you spend money you haven't earned yet. Buy now, pay later. Keeps you broke. It feels like a magic trick. New pair of shoes today. $0 out of your pocket and a promise to let future you deal with the consequences. At first, it feels like total freedom. You feel like you're outsmarting the system. Everything still works. Then the notifications start to arrive. One payment here, one payment there. Suddenly, your split payments are one giant headache. The balance grows quietly while you aren't looking. No alarm sounds. You're just slowly renting your own clothes and electronics. By the end of the month, the math stops making sense. The stress appears because future you is really mad at past you. The problem wasn't buying the shoes today. It was treating your future income like a credit card with no limit. That's how convenience quietly turns into a cage. Credit pretends to be your income. It feels like extra money, a line you can tap, a limit you can reach, a number bigger than your paycheck, cushion, a backup. At first, it feels harmless. Bills still get paid. Life feels manageable. You can say yes without worry. Groceries, a night out, a little luxury. Nothing breaks. Everything works. It almost feels like earning more. You feel clever, responsible even. Then the balance grows. Charges accumulate quietly. Minimum payments cover the rest. Interest creeps in. Late fees sneak up. 1 month blends into the next. The number keeps rising. No alarm sounds. No moment forces a pause. It still feels safe. By the time you check, the extra money isn't free. It's a trap. Freedom disappears. Debt feels heavier than income. The problem wasn't spending. It was thinking credit is cash. And now every extra feels like a weight. Minimum payments keep you trapped. It feels easy, pay a little, just the minimum. The rest can wait. A shortcut, a promise to handle the rest later. It almost feels harmless, like nothing could go wrong. At first it worked, bills stay current, life keeps moving. The balance barely changes, nothing breaks. You feel in control, like you're managing just fine. It almost feels smart, responsible even. A quiet confidence builds. Then the trap begins. Interest adds up, fees sneak in. The debt grows quietly, month after month. One payment here, another there. The balance barely budges. Nothing shocks you. Nothing forces a pause. No alarm sounds. No moment reminds you. By the time you notice, the debt is bigger than you realized. The freedom you felt is gone. The convenience becomes a weight. The problem wasn't the amount you paid. It was thinking small payments solve a big problem. No savings means no safety. It feels harmless. There's always tomorrow, next month, next paycheck. You'll start soon. A little delay feels safe, comfortable even. Like the problem can wait. At first, it worked. Bills get paid. Life keeps moving. Money feels enough. Comfort builds. You feel in control, like you're managing just fine. It almost feels smart, responsible even. You think there's time, plenty of time. Nothing urgent appears. Nothing forces a decision. Then the delay continues. Days pass, weeks pass, paychecks come and go. Nothing gets set aside. No emergency fund, no buffer, no safety net. The habit of waiting becomes routine. Nothing forces a pause, and nothing alarms you. By the time you notice, the gap has grown. Unexpected bills feel heavier. Stress appears quietly. The problem wasn't the money you had. It was the habit of waiting to start. Every day you wait, the challenge grows larger. No emergency fund means panic. It feels fine. You have a little, enough to get by. Life seems stable, bills are paid, the rent clears, groceries appear on the table, nothing seems broken. You feel safe, like you have a handle on things, like the worst won't happen, like nothing could ever surprise you. The quiet feels normal. At first it worked. Unexpected expenses are rare, repairs wait, bills arrive on time, comfort builds. You feel in control, like everything is under control. It almost feels smart, responsible even. You tell yourself, I'll start saving soon. There's always time. Then the unexpected happens. A flat tire, a medical bill, a broken appliance. The money isn't there. No cushion, no buffer. Stress creeps in quietly. You scramble. The problem wasn't the spending you did. It was the money you never set aside. By the time you notice, the hole feels too big to fill. The lesson comes too late. No deadline means no change, feels calm, you have time, the bills are manageable, life is fine, no urgent problems. The balance looks okay, nothing demands attention, you feel safe, like there's always a moment to act, like the future can wait, the quiet feels normal. At first it worked. You plan to start later, next month, next year. You tell yourself there's plenty of time, comfort builds. You feel in control, like you're making smart choices. It almost feels responsible. Nothing pushes you to act. Nothing forces a decision. You assume everything is fine. Then time slips by. Months go untracked. Small problems grow. Missed opportunities pile up. Emergencies feel heavier. Stress creeps in quietly. The window to fix things shrinks. By the time you notice, the pressure is real. The problem wasn't money itself. It was thinking there was unlimited time. The deadline existed all along. You just ignored it.